James Lynch here for Flow Combat with UFC lightweight Kevin Lee, who is here at the UFC launch party. Kevin, how nice is it to be part of Fight Week and not have to fight?
It's actually been a blessing in disguise. I was a little frustrated just because it's a big opportunity and I stayed ready. And it's a little frustrating preparing and not getting that, not even getting the opportunity at the end of all the hard work. But at the end of the day, I'm a young guy. I got a long time ahead. I'm only using this as a positive. I'm going to sit back, enjoy myself, have some of this near-off vodka, and enjoy a good fight.
That's good. So were you cutting weight, like preparing for something just in case it came up?
Yeah, I was prepared to make weight this morning. Yeah. I spent yesterday already getting myself down within about 10 pounds. I got down to about 167 pounds just in case, if anything was to happen this morning. But I kind of knew on Wednesday. I sat back in the cut and I watched all those guys move around during the open workouts. And when I saw them, I was like, oh, okay, everybody's showing up. Everybody's ready to fight. And they all looked like they were prepared. So,
Anthony Pettis said that he was trying to fight you on this card. He ended up getting Tony Ferguson. What are your thoughts on that? Did that ever happen? He said he went to Vegas and he wanted to fight you, and then that fight didn't happen.
That should have been the fight that materialized. That should have been the fight that I was looking for, he was looking for. Yeah. I think we pretty much all were. Tony rushed his recovery in order to steal the fight from me. Mm-hmm. I get it. He beat me. I'm going to be real with it. I get it, but I think he's got a tough fight on his hands in Anthony. And then, after this one, this is why I'm interested. This is why I've been sitting on the side. After this one, you never know. Me and Pettis, there's still a Milwaukee card coming up, right. And a pretty big one. So I'm looking at that date anyway. If he wanted in his hometown, be a part of history with me.
And you guys have trained together in the past. I know you've at least gone to Rufus Sport, or he's come up to Vegas at some point. How long had you guys trained together?
Yeah, I mean, we're cool. And it's not many people, especially fighters, that I say that with. We were before, but the man questioned my motivation. He called for somebody on this card, a top 10 opponent. I stepped up right away. I said, let's do it. He kind of got a little butthurt about it, started texting me back and forth and all this. And I'm like, I ain't going back and forth. We're professionals. Right. I'm trying to be a world champion in this. I ain't in this to make friends. And if you really are my friend, I got to see what you're made of. I got to see if it's some bitch in there. Yeah. So he took it wrong. I think he's still got a little butthurt over it. But if you want to solve that, we can get it in December after he gets done with Tony.
You mentioned the Milwaukee card several times. Why that card specifically? There's the pay-per-view in Toronto. I'm Canadian, a little biased. Why not that card?
I've already headlined 3 cards now, 3 major cards that have done pretty good business each time that I've done it. So it only makes sense, and I think the UFC, that's what they're looking for too. You're talking about the last Fox card before we move on to ESPN, which is going to be record-breaking for the sport. It's going to really bring the sport to a new level. So I kind of want to be a little piece of that history, be the last big Fox card. It'll be big numbers for me. And I feel like I'm the one that can really drive that market, and it really makes sense. It's in Milwaukee. I've spent a lot of time in Milwaukee, like you said, training with Rufus Sport. I moved there for a little bit, actually. So I'm interested in just being on that card in general.
There's 2 names that sort of stand out. One is Ali Quinta. The other one is Justin Gaethje. Do you have a preference? Is there an opponent you'd like to fight?
The good thing is, got a lot of options. Right. You got Ali Quinta. Me and him have the history. Like you said, Justin Gaethje is just always a fun, great fight. Yeah. He's going to really drag me through, and he's going to really be able for me to showcase everything and get into a violent fight. But then you got the winner of Anthony Pettis and Tony Ferguson this weekend too, depending on how they look during the fight. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to be interested in this, and we'll see where I'll take it from here.
Some people might critique, if Tony did win, that a rematch might be too soon. I guess in your opinion, it doesn't matter. You'd want just the winner of that fight.
I'd like that rematch. I definitely like.
You had staff in that fight.
Yeah.
I mean, to be clear.
And I think the public, they really want to see it. They want to see it again with me healthy and just us having more time to prepare. And I think Tony really want to see it. If Tony is really feeling like he beat me, well, then he can go ahead and get it again. Because I don't think he gets counter after this. I mean, I'm thinking no world. We ain't gonna be stupid. Like, there's no world that they're gonna make Conor and Tony happen after this one. So Tony will be sitting on the sideline again. He'll get passed up again. He needs me. I'll help him out one more again.
Got a couple quick questions for you here. Favorite fighter to watch in the UFC right now, not named Kevin Lee?
Favorite fighter in general? That's a tough one. I kind of got to give it to Robert Whittaker. Whitaker, especially after that last fight, you just can't take nothing away from the man. The man can really, really fight. And after seeing, I don't really watch Tough much, but him and Kelvin going back and forth, I kind of wanted to see the differences in training styles there. And it seems like Robert Whitaker has the more unique training style out there, and he still show up and he fight like a madman. So I got to only respect that.
Favorite pro wrestler growing up?
The Rock, for sure. I mean, the people's eyebrow. I mean, I'm still a big fan of him. But yeah, The Rock. I mean, I didn't watch too much pro wrestling, but if it was anybody, probably look at like him.
Favorite video game growing up?
Halo. Yeah, Halo. I'm still on Halo too. I still.
PC or another system or Xbox?
Yeah, Xbox One. If anybody want it, it's the Motown Phenom. I go back and forth with fans all the time on it. It's actually kind of fun. I'm gonna bust your ass though, and I'm talking shit the whole time while I'm doing it. So.
If Kevin Lee wasn't a fighter, what would you be doing as a career, do you think?
I would probably be a doctor. That's what I was going to school to. I was going to school for biomed. That's probably what I'll do after this. I'm not going to be one of these dudes that's fighting until they're 40. I'll tell you that right now. I got too much. I'm keeping this healthy, and I'm going on and doing bigger and better. A doctor, a chef, something like that, something interesting.
What's the latest on your brother, Keith? I know he had another tough decision. I don't know why these fights aren't going his way. Anything in the works for Keith coming up?
He's young.
His birthday was the other day, I think, 22.
His birthday was yesterday. Just turned 22. Kind of getting some of those growing pains out. He took like you said, is a tough fight going over all the way to Morocco. You're talking about a 26-hour flight, fighting somebody from there. And the judges just didn't give us a fair call, I thought. But that's something that you learn a part of the game. And he's just going to get better and better. It didn't break his spirit at all. It just made him stronger. And I think it's actually, in the long run, when he looks back on it and he's 15-3 or 20-3, he's really going to look back on this time as being one of his pivotal moments. Yeah,
growing period. Do you think we'll see him fight next overseas, or will we see him in North America?
I think he takes one closer to home.
Possibly Michigan. Lights Out is a new promotion. I don't know if you're familiar. Matt Frendo used to run KOP. He's now doing a show called Lights Out. I don't know. From what I hear, Matt's interested, so I don't know if you heard that or not.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah. Well, I'm hearing it now. So
not just doing an interview, giving you some inside stuff.
There you go. You might be looking for management, so I cut you a little.
Give me my 10%
fee. Fight finder fee. I got you.
Last question before I let you go. How are you celebrating now with the fact that you don't have to cut weight anymore? I'm sure you get a little bit of time. You're aiming to end of December as a fight. What are you going to do tonight, the rest of the weekend? What's the Kevin Lee schedule looking like?
Well, we got some of this near malt vodka. They got a drink out there called the Lightweight. Yeah. So I think I'll probably down a couple of those. I'll probably mix and mingle. I'm kiss some babies, shake some hands, enjoy myself, sit back, and probably watch Khabib get knocked out.
You are a lightweight, but I think the division that would be most ideal for you is 165. A little disappointed to see that Dustin and Nate wasn't at 165?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all are. I don't know what the holdup there was with that. And I think we all kind of are thinking the same thing. It's inevitable. It's going to come. Why not just go ahead and give the people what they want? That's what the UFC has been built on. The UFC gives the people the fight that they want to see at the right times always. So why are we stopping here? Let's just bring it into the next level. I ain't going to tell nobody what to do.
Okay, fair enough. Appreciate the time as always, Kevin. Have a good night tonight.
Always appreciate you, brother.